Seems to me the hole in the Cowboy Cabin. That looks pretty dang good, you ask me. Dang, look at me. Cut that open there. Put the 4x4 in here. This already was in here, the studding. The same as that studding. And then I put a cripple here, a cripple stud. I left the brace in, but I notched into the brace. Put a 4x4 here. Put a 4x4 upright, the same angle as the brace. And I put another 4x4 the same angle as the brace to tie into this. So it looks like that. Like that. Good strong structure. Look at the sun coming up. Cool. There's my waist on the rocking chair. And here's the outside of it. Looks beautiful. And these windows and these window panes, I do have some. I don't have enough, but I will get, or the cabin owner, Cowboy Cabin owner, he has some, I think. So, but it's going to have a window on this side window directly in front out here, which would be on the side. This sort of the front, same window. So there's going to be another one right there, right in there. And what else? Oh, I'm putting up these rustic hemlock collar ties. I never permanently put it in, so I want to talk to the boss and see what he thinks. If he likes that style, if not, I'll make another style. But I bored in a 3/4 inch hole to put some dowels. It's just for looks. With these, I'm going to put structural screws, not these screws. These are temps. So structural screws goes in, and then it's going to be plugged with wooden pegs. And I belt sanded all of this hemlock, and I got more. It's shaped like this. They got quite an angle on them. But yeah, it's good. You remember, guys, this was a plank roof, 2-inch roof out of planks, out of hemlock. 2x6 hemlock and 2x6 ridge board, or ridge plank. So, these windows are roughly, if they're not 100, they're rubbing close to 100 years old. They even got old-fashioned steel hinges on here. And they have a little nail down in here. What they do, they flip out. You push them from the inside out. And more than likely, they have a stick to hold them out. That's what they did years ago. They're not going to be used that way, I don't think. It's up to him if he wants it that way. Basically, just pull this off, put new hinges on it, and just work it a little bit, and then done. But yeah. It's quite a thing. Good morning. Good morning. All about business, not about a little bit of pleasure. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's coming, guys. It's quite a thing. Okay, it's quite a thing. It's going to add a lot of light. And back here, right here, he wants me to put a couple smaller windows so the light can transfer through. And right here, I'm putting some bracing in here, ranch style bracing. Right here we go, right like that. See? On each one. So it's going to be 45s on each one. And this is, I think, apparently going to be an Airbnb. This is the guy that's going to build a rail system, and he's going to put this cabin onto a rail system, tracks. So when he rolls it out to the beach line, because he's got ocean property, and he'll have a winch. And I totally agree with him. I can see it. But anyway, he'll if it gets too windy for the people, and they can either tell him, and he'll hit the button, and the whole building will roll back into the woods. And then when it's not windy or whatever, they don't want to be by the beach, whatever, they want to be in the woods, they pull it back and they push it back out. So it's a pretty good concept. But remember what I said, let your mind run wild, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Anyway, that's just to start what we're doing here. Well, here goes nothing. Level. Perfect there. Perfect there. See how that bang, that window pane, I think quite crazy, didn't break, eh? Normally stuff like that breaks. But that's how things are so old. The wood's good though. It's just that they're sitting there, I gotta recaulk everything once it warms up. But it's a beautiful thing. It looks beautiful. That looks beautiful, guys. These windows, I hate to say it, they're old, but they're worth a fortune. You know what I mean? Like, something to be. That's a 12 pane window we're dealing with here. Structurally sound. The wood, the workmanship. Years ago when I was in school in 1980 and 80, the latter part of 80, so 81, I went in the fall of 1980. I think I was 15. 1980. I was the youngest ever to be in school. I told you this guys before. Well, the ones probably knew, never heard of it. I was the youngest to go in school. I was 15. They got me in. But I turned 4 days later, I turned 16. That's why they got me in. Never heard of before, but 1980. And I was the youngest and happened to be going to school with the oldest guy. He was 54. Yeah, we took a liking to one another. Anyway, we got talking with her, but yeah, so I built, some of my training is in cabinets and cabinet making and carpentry. Was learn how to build these styles, windows, grills and stuff, muttons and all this kind of stuff they're called. And it's a bit of work when you're doing hand tools, but nowadays everything's, I think, done with machine. But I want to get you a look at something. This here looks like an old abandoned building, the way I designed it, and especially with these windows, like it's patina. But look at that, ain't this beautiful? Huh? When that gets the window panes in it and gets a little bit of that old whitewash paint around it, it's going to be a beautiful thing. It's nice and plumb and square. It's just a beautiful thing. And right in here, these little gaps, I'm milling some little material. I'm sliding it in. I was going to do it before, but I didn't know exactly where it went. I didn't want to put them in and things sticking out or not in too far out. So I'll slide them right in. And then they'll be sealed properly. And I'll bend a piece of metal up in here and I'll flash that up in there. So nothing's going to get up in there anyway. It's going to look like, basically like this. But yeah, huh? Look how Ice. Look at the ice on the say. Wasn't we lucky we didn't break that window pane? But look at a 2-inch. You don't see that nowadays. 2-inch framing on a window. I know you say what you want, guys. You say what you want. And I was one of them people too. Oh, you gotta have the thermal pane. You gotta have this. Yeah. 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 But I'm here to tell you that I'm a single pane man. You ever heard tell Dapper Dan? Well, I'm a single pane man. Single pane man, because I'll tell you something. Just let this sink in. Yes, you're going to say, oh, no, you're caught in the past. You don't know what you're talking about and all this. Maybe so. You know what I mean? Maybe so. But when I say, you know where all these colds and these flus and these problems was having? Since they come out with the thermal pane window. Well, maybe that's not like that, but anything to do with an airtight house. Oh, I got to plug every little hole. For what? For what? What are you saving? You ain't saving your health. In my opinion. In my opinion. Years ago, wasn't they healthy? Like, they didn't even have none of the vitamins and stuff, the modern day stuff. They had roots in the ground. They had tree bark. They had limbs. They had pine tea. They had everything from the native people. Used to be the Indian, they call it. Now you can't say that's the native people, right? The real people that come here, been here. Well, that's what I'm getting at. I know it's a long story short, but a window pane, transfers of heat and cold goes back and forth. And it breathes. I know it seems crazy, but if you have a little crack here, there, a little here, it's not going to kill you. Chuck another stick of wood on the fire. But isn't it right? I know one of you guys must have to agree. Like, it's hard to beat an old-fashioned single window pane. So in the wintertime, what they do, well, they don't have thermal panes back then. They throw a storm window on. What for? Well, they're throwing a storm window on, you're saying, because now thermal panes are better. The houses is way too airtight. Now, when I come up against a house and I go inside of a house, just like the little house on the prairie and all them old-fashioned shows when they see the frost right on the end. I was there when I was young. I could scrape the frost on the inside of the window, make designs with my fingernails. They would come off like dust and snow. And I didn't know what I had back then because I was a kid. I didn't know anything, right? You chuck another stick on the fire. But yeah, it's a crazy thing, eh? Single pane. To me, I like them. I'm not saying I don't like thermal panes. I got one in this door. I got it on the sale. Small little thermal pane window. It's good. It's good. But I like single pane windows. And these old cabins, I can see single, not for big mansions. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for these old cabins, these old rustic things, right? Single pane. And you know, some people don't even have a storm window. You know what they put on? 6mm poly. 6mm plastic poly. They put it on in the fall. And they can't see out the window. Well, you can't really see out the window anyway when the frost is up. You know what I mean? You'd be scraping. And you remember when we used to blow on the window? We scrape it and take all that ice off and they barely look through and it's all distorted. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. That's one window in and another one begins. You know what I mean? So we're putting our size on here. Check that level. It's gonna run down one side, hit that brace. Screw that in. Right there. Drill it in. Gotta drill all the stuff. You drill the stuff, you go straight in, then you push down and pitch it. That's one. This one here goes this way. Goes up. Big knot there too. We can get it. We'll start one spike. I think they're let's measure the spikes up. I think they're 5 or 6 inches. Probably 5. Maybe 6, I don't know. Just measure them. They're 5 inches. You see that? Right there. Oops. There's a 5-inch nail. Right there, yeah. You don't see many 5-inch spikes. You see 6-inch spikes. See where it fits in the scheme of things here. So we're putting our vertical piece down like we did on this side, basically a duplicate. Once I get that nailed in, I can get these colors back. Perfect. Perfecto! Get a notch into that brace yet. Put an up right underneath the brace yet. Right here. I got a notch into the brace here. This piece is done. This piece is done. That there's done. Now what I put a piece here, a piece here, a cripple there, angled cripple, straight cripple, bottom sill plate, and notch it. So it ain't nothing. It all goes out good, don't it? You know what I mean? got got that little short one in here. I got this in, this in. Got the cripple 4x4. Now we're gonna measure across here. I had to take 2 angles and 2 measurements to get this properly, so I set this in. Let's give that a whirl. There we go. Oh, let's see. Might be off 1/16, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. 1/16, because I make allowances for the windows and doors around anyway. Like basically 1/2 inch to 3/4. That way you can space it on either side. So let's measure this. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So I'm going to drill a hole down in here. I can't do nothing here because I got to cut this out. Remember when I was cutting back the brace so the window can fit in properly? Up and down straight, then turn it. And I'm gonna run out of them spikes. I got some different ones, some old ones, probably 60, 50 years old or more. These happen to be 6-inch spikes. Old and rusty, just like this building, just like me. But they ain't gonna go through on the outside. They're gonna be beautiful. I love big old-fashioned spikes. I just love the patina in it. Look how old this one looks, eh? And they still got strength. These are made in Canada, I believe. If they was American, then I'd say that, but I think they're, can you see better? See how ripply they are? Right, ripply. I don't know, I can't see it. But they're good. Let's just say they're not made in China. There, that's that. We're getting closer. Now, what I got to do here, I will take the torpedo level and I'll do a plumb line mark and a level line mark to make this notch out of the brace. Okay, I got that notched out. What I'll do, I'll make a pilot hole for my reciprocating saw. So that seems to work okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use the reciprocating. I'm going to use the electric. That's right. So I don't need to do this. I bought that electric saw that sharpens itself. Let's get that plugged in. It's a 15 amp Oregon. Guess where it's made? Huh. Made in China. But But on that note, guys, hold on now. Don't get all worked up. Show me stuff that ain't made in China. But look, it's Oregon Tool Incorporated, Portland, Oregon, United States. Everything is patented. And you sharpen it like this. Tighten up our chain. Instead of going up, I find going down is a little bit easier for me. You know what I mean? It's whatever is easier. This here is way faster than reciprocating saws, and they're a beautiful thing. You remember when I got that? That's a beautiful thing. 15 amp with an 18-inch long bar. Here we go. It won't go with that brakes on. She won't do nothing. Watch. Nothing if she did, eh? And that made light work of that side. Let's do this side, okay? He's almost ready to come out, guys. And what I like about this saw, it's falling out, look. What I like about this saw is that you don't put gas in it, you don't have fumes, you put a little bit of oil in it. You can put cooking oil. It's still falling out. Heck, you can even put French fry oil if you want to, I imagine. I'm thinking this here could come right out, because the way I got this here designed, it should just come right out. Seems so to me. See that? See what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful morning. Here we go, guys. Now we're going to do the cross cut on the brace. What you guys gotta understand is that I was cutting into a knot. You could tell, hard knot, and that cuts like steel. But I'm not cutting boards. I'm cutting planks. Planks. This building's built out of planks, and it's still cutting very fast, in my opinion. Must be this. Oh. see that brake. Wow, guys, that's beautiful. Look at this. I think this company, when I get big enough, they should send me wouldn't you think they should send me a saw or a product so I can test it for them? Look at that job, eh? Look. Look at that job. Huh? That's like art. When you deal with this kind of stuff, let's go outside. Let's go out the window. Look, let's go out the window. Look at that, eh? Look at this. Look, isn't this beautiful? Is this beautiful, guys? As you can see right through. You come back here, you'll see a window there, and a window there. Yeah, it's quite a thing. So now what we're gonna do, I gotta cut the top of this window. Where is it? I gotta fix that sill. There's a little sill damage, so I gotta repair that right here. Pick this up. Right here. I gotta cut this down. Then I gotta cut an angle on it for that piece of molding. So I think it'd be a good thing, and I'll repair that, fit that in right nice. So that'll give me a good job for the day. And if anybody calls me and cuts this phone off, you fellas, we did good today. So we got this part here that's been broken off right here, the continuance of this bottom sill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the same design, attempt to, I should be able to, and cut it off with my oscillating tool on an angle, and then I'll incorporate that right on here, and it will stick out the same as this one right here on toward the casing. So there's the profile right there. It's got angles on two sides, pitched from here to there, square on the front, then angled down with a piece in the back taken out of it. So we'll work on that and see what we can do here. Then that would be good for that. And then I'll cut the top off the casing on that angle like I told you guys earlier. So I think that'd be a good thing. So it looks like it's built like this. So basically we have figured out that it's 15 degrees from what I can see. And right here I gotta make a notch right here. You see this some lines right there. I gotta take that out because that is the inside here. That is for years ago they had wooden shingles, and the wooden shingles would go up underneath of the sill of the window. This is the bottom, it's on top, but this is the bottom of the window, right? So they have a little inlet here on this. So that's what I gotta make. There's this inlet right there. Right there. So we'll do that. So that's what it looks like. So now, what I want to do instead of making a square cut, like right here, I'm gonna see if I can put an angle on it. I find angles a little bit more better. Then we'll drill and more than likely screw it on. So we'll go from there. So I'll put this up with this angle, the 45, and I'll set this in place right here. Right here. That's going to go on there. So I did make a line. I will grab a handsaw and my glove because everything seems to be cold. And oh, see? Yeah, you can see. There you go. Cool. There's my idea to cut there. And there is an oscillating tool. Where is it? I thought I brought it up. Break back. We got the oscillating tool. Battery's a little weak, but we'll see. Worst comes to worst. See, this here piece that I'm cutting off is part of the whole 2 by, I would say 2 by 8. So it'd be like 2 by 7, something like that. But it's part of that sill, so I'm cutting actually right into the sill. If I can't do it with this, I'll just get the chisel. Coming. So we've got this all taken out. And then right here is the frame that goes up through. It's set back, so I have to make 2 marks right here and right here. Then I gotta square these, put a square on them, and then cut them out so it fits down over this frame. Seems so to me. We'll get to that. Okay, we got this piece That's made on a slight angle here. Got your 45, got your notch, got this end. So goes in here like this. Get that manufacturer in it. So it goes like this. There's a brand new sill repair. And then your caulking gets on that and you paint, and it makes it look really good. And you get the same length over here, about 1/2 inch. It's to here, 1/2 inch. So back at it. It's a beautiful thing. That's what we gotta do, you know what I mean? Well, I put finished nails in it, galvanized. It's got the same the same tracking system right through it there. And it's all done good. And like rough looking, old fashioned period work. Okay. Now I'll work on the the top casing with the angle to match the molding on top. Hammer, I guess. And a little rubber. And the window. I guess. Got so excited I got to cut the old nails. The old nails off of the casings. Well, basically just on one side, a couple. Nice. I'm going to take off. One thing about it, there's no traffic here. change out the battery, maybe I can grind it off. How we doing, guys? That battery went dead. Cold, eh? You know what I mean? She's cold. With you in a second. We'll just give her another try. Cut the ice off her. Get all the ice off it. So. There. Wow, that's crazy. That's better. Let's level it up here a bit. Looks plumb there. Looks plumb there. I'll tap one nail to hold it. I'll tap one nail to hold it. So I can come in and look. There. On the inside. Oh, no, I gotta bring it over. Okay, I gotta bring it all over. What I'll do, I'll put a mark on the outside with a pencil. Then I'm gonna bring it over. I'll get right back to you guys in a second. Well, anyway, we got it in. She's plumb. She's level. Made a half a sill. Once you get a little silicone, paintable silicone, caulking, whatever you call it there, whitewash it, put some window panes in it. It's going to be a good thing. So you stand back. Look at it, you know what I mean? These are the installing of the two windows. There's a big truck coming. Got snow on the window panes. You can see right directly through, perfectly even and plumb. She looks good. Seems so to me. Seems so to me, in my opinion. She got some extra windows on her. That's what the doctor wanted. That's what he wanted. Still got the wreath up there on the cowboy shoot-off point up there. Got the ribbon on the side. Got the wreath up there. Got this side here. Right straight through along. Everything is measured properly and plumb. So, got the sun on my back. Look, I got the sun on my back. You know what I mean? Well, thanks guys for coming along with me on this build. Appreciate it. Just under an hour. So, we got more work to do. God bless you, and may you be a blessing to people, and smile, and the world smile with you. Thank you.